Welcome back, everybody. This is Mr. Martha. Today's topic 1.2.2. Can I predict the outputs? So, today we're going to be talking about functions. And today's distance learning target would be you'll be able to determine which relationships are functions and which are not using both graphs and tables. So, now you've studied relationships between inputs and output values. But what happens when the relationships gives you unpredictable results? That is what happens when you can predict the outputs for a given input. When you can't predict the output for a given input. Today you will study the situation and will be introduced to the quality that makes a relationship a function. So we're going to be starting off with question 143 right there, the soda machine. The soda machine in your school offers several types of soda. There are 2 buttons for your favorite drink, Blast, while the other drinks, Slurp, Lemon Twister, and Diet Slurp, have each 1 button. So describe the input and output of this soda machine. So again, the input is the things that you guys have to put in, and then the output would be the things that have to come out. So what do you think would be the inputs? What could be the possible inputs, and what could be the possible output for this soda machine? So the possible input could be either you putting in money, right? You putting in money to get the soda, or you pushing the button to select your soda. And then the output, what do you think the output would be in this case? Would be pretty much the can of soda, right? And then part B, while buying a soda, Ms. Whitney pushed the button for Lemon Twister and got a can of Lemon Twister. Later, she went back to the same machine again, pushing the Lemon Twister button, but this time she got a can of Blast. Is this machine functioning consistently? Why or why not? So if you said no, it makes sense, right? Because pretty much if you do put in the money and then you're expecting to get a lemon twister, but instead you get a Blast, so that means that the machine is not working properly, right? So here we can say that the reason is because we can't predict what's going to happen. So we can't predict what will happen if we push the Lemon Twister button. All right. Then let's look at part C. When Brandy pushed the button for Blast, she received a can of Blast. Her friend Miguel decided to be different and pushed the second button for Blast. He too received a can of Blast. Each of them asked 5 friends to push the 2 Blast buttons, and they all got the same results. A can of Blast. Does the machine function properly? So in this case, we can say yes, right? Yes. Because everybody that pretty much put the money in and pushed the button for Blast got a can of Blast, right? So again, based on the information of what we're looking at, so based on the information, we can predict every time that Blast is selected. Every time Blast is selected, you get Blast, right? You get a can of Soda Blast or Blast Soda. All right. And then part D, when Lutfi pushed a button for Slurp, he received a can of Lemon Twister. Okay. Later, Taisha also pushed the slurp button and received a can of lemon twister. Still later, Taisha noticed that everyone else who pushed the slurp button received a lemon twister. Does the machine function consistently? Explain why or why not. So here we can predict, right, that pretty much we would say yes. And then the reason is, even though we are pushing the button of slurp and we're always getting lemon twister, we might assume that the person that was refilling the machine actually made a mistake, right? But yes, right? So based on the information, again, based on the information, we can determine that every time we push the slurp button, you get a can of lemon twister. And that's pretty much like something you wouldn't expect, right? So sometimes functions work like that. We have to expect the unexpected. But here we can say yes again, because every time you push slurp, you get a can of lemon twister. So we might assume that the person that was filling the machine put all the lemon twisters on the slurp section.